And we're live. Luvion, how's it going, man? Hello, how's it going, man? Appreciate you popping by. Busy and tired, but good. I hear ya, man. Oh, my work, I went a half hour over because this fucking dumbass wouldn't shut the fuck up. Kami, I messaged her, bro. I'm like, I don't know. I gotta stop reaching out to fucking YouTubers. I'm fucking done, bro. Or not even fucking YouTubers, I guess. Fucking content creators. I'm just so fucking done. I was like, no. I didn't hear back. It's fine. Fine. Fuck it. I'm done. If she needs something, she'll reach out. I'm good. Milosh, how's it going, man? How you doing? By the way, Nagito, I talked to Easy. We're good for this weekend for the Volume 6 chat. Pesto. Shots? Fuck. Have a specific date or time? No. Let me see if Saturday will work for him. Actually, that's a good point. Let me see what time it is in his time zone really quick. All right, perfect. All right. Short. Of course. Alright, I messaged Easy for a specific time and day. Luvian, I'll let you know. I'm thinking Saturday if he's good with that. We'll see, obviously, but if he's good with it, probably Saturday. Hollow, I think she finishes it today, so I don't know how much locking in you gotta do, but probably a lot. You were in the Wordle today. Fuck you. I knew someone was gonna say. Okay, spoil, botch, blow. Butcher? Like fuck something up? Nice. A knight. Candlestick. A baker. You can still catch up eventually. A knight bows. I'm thinking like old-timey shit, or like things near things that are near a king or some bullshit. Like you bow to a king. There's knights around a king. I don't know. All right. Is she streaming today again? Kami? I spent like half of my day setting up her Discord. Ah, good for you. Rope, knight, coat, bow. Rope, knight, coat, rope. What would this be? Ah, good try. Yeah, but I have like 20 chapters left, and man, still writing my web novel I have to finish. It's half my day setting up. Okay, well that's good, Nagita. I'm glad that hopefully it's in decent shape now. Bow maybe as a bow and arrow. Knife. Rope. Like wrench, things that can be used as makeshift weapons. I don't know. Weapons in the game. Oh my fucking god. I don't think money isn't here, so we'll just do a regular chess game against a rando. Oh man, we're doing 3 minutes, so I'm gonna get cooked. It's fine. Can't think like that. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Bug, how's it going, man? How do you do automatic time translation? There's a web, Nagito, I assume you mean like on Discord for like announcements and stuff. There's a website. This is a terrible time. All right. I was just curious. Okay, can't know without trying. Sue me, God. I was thinking of doing this to threaten the queen, then I realized that would make this a mate because my escape square gets cut off. Ah, that was gonna be so dumb. It's all good. You could have done a poll. Worth a shot. If he doesn't see it, that's mate, obviously. Oh, he might not see it because I'm threatening his queen. Oh, he might not see it. Nah, I'm not rematching you, brother. Good game. Get fucking rolled. Install add. No. During happening. Happening current. Recent. Happening recent. News. Current install. Oh, Nagito. Oh, sorry, Nagito. Sorry. There's a website that that does it. Hold on. I'll toss the website in Discord. Sorry. I tossed the website in. It's just a website that does it. It's super simple. Current install. Latest install. Update. Nice. Yeah, I did a lexicon in 3 words today. Nice. Okay. We still got 5 minutes. What the fuck? Let's just do another chess game really quick. Such a bad game. What the fuck is going on here? Oh my fucking god. Of course this is the way to do this. You're just fucking taking the piss, dude. I do have Discord notifications. I really should turn them off, but I never use the Discord yeah, she literally just messaged me. The fucking Discord notification came up too. She just messaged. Yeah. It's fine. I'll help her after stream. Just fine. Just get out of here. I'm so done. I'm not interested. Just resign, please. This is such a dog shit game. I was so distracted the whole time. Alright, perfect run, Royal Road. We're on 56, I think. Heartfelt talk. Alright. For a long time, Ryan didn't say a word. He'd put his mask to the side of the table, near the chessboard, and he kept looking at the steaming coffee cup. The courier could lose himself in the bitter darkness of the soft, delightful drink. Anything to alleviate the tension in the room. Your cup isn't poisoned, Olivia said, before clearing her throat. If I wanted you dead, you would be. Poison wouldn't work anyway, Ryan shrugged, before grabbing the cookies and drenching them in his coffee. But there are still two hitmen by the door, and this place is called Deathland Motel. Now that I do think of it, it sounds like a horror theme park. Bye, Nagato! Hey, Plague, how's it going? It's for my safety, Livia said, putting her hands around her coffee cup. My previous self seems to have perished abruptly, from what I can gather. It wasn't me, Ryan protested. And how can I be sure? I know you lied from your ability to your old... I know you lied about your ability to my old self. You told her that you could jump through alternate realities when you could actually go back in time. It was metaphorically true, Ryan deadpanned. Which is another way to say you lied. I would have brought Crypto to this gathering if I could have, but he had a hockey-related accident. I presume you were behind it? I warned him. I warned Luigi that if he kept ruining my runs, things wouldn't go well for him. Dakota apologized to me for being... That wasn't the full phrase, Bullseye. The full phrase from Escanor was, apologize to me that you were born into my world. That shit was hard as fuck. The courier had made it a point to target the truth teller in every loop, even those where he didn't join the Augusti. Which confirms my worries, Livia said. You don't want your secrets getting out, and we'll use violence to cover it up. Speak for yourself, Miss Two Powers. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, right. Look, you can tell me, can you tell me what you want exactly, or I will take the door? If you try to leave, I will have no choice but to hunt you down, Livia declared. Your power is too great to be ignored, and I'm not sure you won't be a threat to my family in the future. Ryan, the only reason I haven't gone, wait, hold on. Ryan, the only reason I haven't gone to my father with my suspicions is that my previous self seemed to appreciate you. I even called off Vulcan when she wanted to track you down. Don't waste this opportunity. Ryan tried to figure out how to deal with this. She didn't remember loops, but she seemed capable of transferring information from one self to another, which made her dangerous. Could he negate her advantage by cancelling her power? He could always try to get cancelled to turn against her, but it seemed far-fetched. If Augustus's daughter could truly interact with alternate universes, then even death wouldn't solve the problem. She would get right back to hunting him the next run. This wasn't a worst-case scenario, but it was goddamn close. I'll ask again, Ryan said. What do you want? I want the truth. The truth? Ryan repeated the word as the weight of the countless years fell on his shoulders. The truth has caused me so much heartbreak. I guess I just gave up on it. Some don't believe me. Some did. Some went mad. Some went as far as to try to destroy me because they didn't wish to forget. And some did believe me and tried to help, and yet I kept dying, and they forget over and over and over again. Those are the worst, because I never get used to them. I think I understand. Livia's gaze betrayed a hint of compassion. I cannot say I fully comprehend what you went through, but I see your point. No, you don't, and be thankful for it. You haven't told your father, but have you told anyone else? Spoilers about Reverend Insanity, Plague, what the fuck? Why? Her tone turned defensive. Do you want to silence me? No. Ryan couldn't, even if he wanted to. But more than half your Olympians are murderous assholes. I don't want any of them to know. If you don't plan to move against them, then you have nothing to fear. Oh? Really? Your father personally tracks down everyone he remotely suspects of being a threat to him. What do you think a lightning ass will do if he learns that I can time travel? I could talk him out of this. I don't believe you, and let's not even talk about bliss. This has nothing to do with our conversation, Livia argued. Don't try to change the subject. This has everything with it, Ryan started sipping his coffee. Bliss causes sterility in humans. I used to think genomes were spared from that nasty side effect due to our metabolism, but not anymore. Narcinia can create life as she wishes, but there's no way she doesn't know. and she's way too nice not to have corrected that problem already. Hence, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Livia's fingers trembled. Holy shit. Augustus is trying to kill all non-powered people. He's literally trying to create the world of just genomes. Oh, you dickhead. Why would a cartel make most of its customers sterile? It makes no sense to me. Until I saw your father and his people like Mars who look down on normal people like cattle. Your father wants to kill normies. Bliss isn't a product. It's a weapon. You think I wanted this? You don't think I tried to change that? Now it was her turn to snarl at him. You don't think I tried to close that death lab 1,000 times over? You think I want people to associate my family name with a drug that kills thousands? My father won't budge, her voice said, weakened. He will listen to me on almost everything, but Bliss. It's his favorite project, his legacy. Narcinia. That girl could make the world so much better. She's a miracle, but father doesn't let her save anyone. He would rather be a king of a cemetery. Livia no longer looked like the regal, confident daughter of Augustus. The mask had fallen, and beneath, Ryan saw only a young woman with far too much pressure on her shoulders. Livia, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Even if they're your family, you have the right to leave. I have to, she replied. Someone worse will take over the organization otherwise. I just want to protect my family, Ryan. If, whatever they are my family. My father is what he is, but he is my father. I don't want them to die. That's all I ask. I want to protect them from Dynamis, from the meta, from you. You won't be able to shield them from the consequences of their actions. The Carnival's threats already loomed over the Augustus Empire. I know, but I have to try. I just want to know you won't threaten them, that you aren't out to kill us. If you can guarantee that, then I will keep your secrets and let you be. I don't want to kill you or your family, Livia. Not that the courier thought of it. Wasn't that what he always wanted? Someone capable of remembering him? His first instinct was paranoia, yet she had been nothing but helpful in the previous loop. Lightning Ass was a dick, but his daughter seemed nice? Thing is, Ryan said, I've always hoped something like this would happen, that someone like you would come along and remember me, but now that it happened, I don't even know how to deal with it. It's new, she suggested. Yes. And not in a funny way. I've grown used to controlling everything, and now you're threatening to take away my progress. I understand, Livia replied. I feel the same of you. I've never met anyone immune to my power. It's a little scary and disturbing. It seems they were both afraid of each other. Eventually, after a long minute, Ryan reached a decision. Alright, if you want the full truth of my power, I will give it. But trust is a two-way street. What do you want? I want the truth too. How can I know that you won't take any information I give and use it against me in your next attempt? What guarantee do I have that you won't send an army of genomes after my hide? Thing is, if neither of us is willing to take a risk, there's only one way it'll end, and I don't want to go there. Augustus's daughter said nothing, mulling it over as she sipped her coffee. Fine, I accept your terms. First question then, why this motel? That is the first thing you wish to know? It's cozy, but I'm not fond of the wall paint. You should try purple. It goes well with everything. You know, I never used to like purple, and then, like, ever since I learned that it was, like, the color of the Emperor, because it's, like, fucking impossible to make in the prehistoric age or whatever, I'm like, god damn, that's actually kind of goated as fuck, you know? Felix and I used to use it as our hideout. Of a sort, Livia admitted. It was a private refuge we used when we wanted to get away from our families. It's discreet, and the few who know of it keep their mouths shut. Since you've joined Il Migliore, I thought it'd be a good neutral ground. I will scold the kitten for his lack of taste, then. How is he? Felix? Shouldn't you know with your power? He's fine. If disappointed, Il Migliore isn't all it's cracked up to be, but he'll live. I don't think he'll be coming back, though. No, he won't. His parents believe he will wise up in return, but I know better. He was always too stubborn for his own good. Yeah, exactly, Plague. It wasn't, like, impossible. It was just, like, it was so fucking rare that, like, only the Emperor wore it or whatever. I was like, goddamn. After a short silence, Ryan decided to address the elephant in the room. How did you remember? You first, Ryan. You first. You want the long or the short? The long one, she said. Ryan considered lying to her, but decided against it. So he told her the truth, without omission. Livia listened to his explanation with an unreadable face until he reached the end. I see. If you want to have me killed, now is the time. Or, at least, you can try. Livia stopped, and the courier was certain she considered lying to him too. You're right, Ryan. I have 2 powers. Not just one. But in the end, she was an honorable woman. You drink 2 elixirs, like your father. I was the one to do it first, she admitted. I drank a blue elixir, which granted me the ability to see parallel timelines, and with that power, I realized that my father and I could wield up to 2 powers with no side effects. A genetic quirk? The princess nodded. What about your aunt and uncle? They didn't inherit the genes. In the reality where they drank the second one, they always went psycho. And even in my case, a third would have turned me into a monster. Anyway, my power allows me to see and hear through the senses of alternate me's. A limited number. How limited? Ryan asked. 6. If you want a metaphor, I can watch up to 6 plasma screens at once. I can switch the channel, but I can't turn them off. And you realized I could go back in time by talking to these alternate selves? Yes and no. Thing is, I don't perceive these other Livias directly. I use kind of like a hub. It's hard to describe, but I constantly see myself in 2 places. The one where I am at right now, and the blue place where I can select the channel. And you can interact with that blue room? Yes, I can record voices and notes like an archive. I actually noticed notes I didn't remember writing. I assumed that my alternate selves also had access to this place and recorded information. Until I met you. You kept notes on me. Notes with dates about how a dashing rogue had powers you couldn't see. I wouldn't call you dashing, the princess teased. But yes, it had been recorded by an alternate me that she shouldn't have been able to perceive you. The way we met was also different, and I had intuition you knew me already. But how did you know I was time traveling? I don't know anything about video games, Augustus's daughter admitted, so I looked up what your name meant. I quickly connected the dots and it clicked. You figured it out? And you're not even a gamer? There are no words to describe my disappointment. I'm surprised you took such a risk with a name like that. Unless it was another bottle to the sea? Elements made me think that all true genomes draw their powers from a higher dimension that embodies their color's essence. The more he thought about it, the more he thought about that theory, the more Ryan came to believe it. A dimension of energy for red, a crossroads for all space-time for violets. A universe of thoughts and infos for blues, Livia guessed. I think you are like me. A part of you, perhaps a psychic presence, exists in that blue world, allowing you to record outside space and time. But not my consciousness, Livia realized, which is why my memories do not carry over when you overwrite the universe. I wonder why I didn't notice the passage of these alternate worlds. Some should have carried on for years. If you don't affect them. I know, right? I feel like quick save is so on the nose. Like, I feel like anyone should be like, hold the fucking phone, quick save? And he, like, never dies? Because I don't think you can see parallel universes, or at least not as you understand them, Ryan guessed. I think your power creates and sustains them. You think they aren't actually universes that exist, but simulations? Possibilities that collapse when you stop observing them, and they only start existing when you use your power. I never thought of it like that, but that would explain why you don't appear in them. You're the controller, the one who decides if the current reality and all its possible branches even exist. Your powers trump mine. Both of them? Ryan teased. We can check, she said with a smile. I mean, if you want. Ryan accepted the challenge and raised his hands, moving his fingers towards himself. Bring it, princess. He felt something in the back of... Time seemed to flash forward, and Ryan regained consciousness. The white pawn and black knight on the chessboard had moved. Livia, though, seemed confused. Is that all you got, Violet? Ryan taunted. That's strange, Livia admitted. Can you try your time stop on me, Ryan? I want to check something. He did, and she froze, like everything else. Unlike her father, she couldn't move and stop time. I think I sensed you activate it, but clearly I'm not immune. Well, your father is, Ryan shrugged. One of you is fucking plenty. Oh really? That explains some things. How so? Sometimes my father seems to stutter or stop mid-sentence before repeating himself. Uncle thought it was age catching up to him, but no one dares confront him. He's very sensitive about growing old, and I don't think he wants us to worry. No worries, Luvian. Appreciate you popping by, buddy. I think he'd be torn. Or, sorry, it must have been pretty annoying from his point of view, Ryan smirked. I think he would be torn between recruiting you for your power or killing you for your annoyance. If he learns about you, at least. Let me guess, you erased time and leapt past it? Is that a reference to something? Livia said. Why are you looking at me as if I was pitiful? My enhanced timing told me time moved forward a few seconds, and I'm pretty sure we both played a round of chess, he said, glancing at the board. You create a temporal anomaly where time flows forward, but since I never experienced a blackout like that, I assume it only affects a small area. Very good guess. Yes, I create a localized temporal anomaly where time behaves oddly. Events proceed as they should have had I not used my power, but everyone except me is in a trance following a script. In that anomaly, only I am capable of adjusting my actions and applying force to objects. Or at least, that's how it works for everyone else. But not me. My time foo is stronger than yours. And I can see the results of your actions, but not interact with them, she admitted. I put a pawn forward, but the Black Knight moved on its own, as if you were a ghost capable of affecting the physical world, but immune to retaliation. Is that the power from Hunter x Hunter? Nen? Is that what you're referring to? Time foo? Is that what you're... What? Perhaps it is because you partly exist in the purple world. If their powers interacted so weirdly, Ryan didn't dare invite Acid Rain to the table. So in that temporal anomaly, I'm what? Intangible? Invulnerable? Livia answered his question with a nod. The courier seemed to remember Ishia Island. I think you might have saved my life like this one time. Livia must have tried to skip time in an attempt to survive the Bahamut blast, but her power probably ran out before she could find shelter. Ryan was already in a bathysphere, and their weird power interference caused the device to move away. Or at least, that was his best guess anyway. The princess's expression turned from curious to sour. Ryan, why did you join the Augusti in the past, and now work for our enemies? Long story, but I agreed to destroy the Bliss Factory on behalf of another organization, or they would take it into their own hands and kill a lot of people. I see. I see you aren't against it. Last loop, you insisted I go to Ishia Island when you were inspecting the defenses, even if there was no reason for me to go. You wanted me to sabotage that drug farm. I must have suspected something was up with you. Who asked you to do that? Dynamis? No. So who? Ryan hesitated. He He remembered how she interacted with Shroud last time, and he had the feeling her beef with the Carnival was personal. If she knew, the Augusta would track Shroud down, and the courier didn't want his ally to die. I can't tell you. I see. Then how did I die previous time? You really want to know? The Meta murdered you with an orbital laser. You're lying. I wish I was. I'm working towards preventing it. It's impossible. I should have seen it coming. You kept seeing yourself dying in alternate realities. That means only two things. Either the Meta has a way to counter my powers, or they decided to attack me first in every alternate universe I observed. Some of my other selves should have survived otherwise. The Meta did have access to Mecron's bunker and the tech within, but Ryan considered the second option more likely. Knowing Big Fat Adam, he must have decided to target any precog capable of raising alarms first. How did they manage to get an orbital laser? Ryan weighed the pros and cons of telling her, before realizing the risk was too great. Augustus had destroyed it in a vengeful act last time, but this one? At the height of his power, he was probably gonna take it for himself. I can't tell you. You can't tell me? You'd rather let Adam the Ogre get his hands on a WMD than tell me? Look, it's not you, but you'll have to tell your father to deal with this, and my father isn't perfect, but he doesn't eat children for dinner. That's the bar you set for human decency? He murdered Narcinia's parents and used her as a hostage against Leo Hargraves? Her parents were raiders. They got what they deserved. And be careful what you say. Hargraves murdered my mother. Oh. That explained a few things. Ryan noted that tidbit for later. I'm just saying you should look into it because the source seems pretty trustworthy. For all his faults, Ryan had grown to trust Shroud over the past few loops. The Vigilante's desire to do good was genuine. He said her mother wanted to help the world and that she had the powers to do so. Who told you that? You won't tell me either? I assume the same organization that asked you to destroy the island? I can't tell you. Why? Why, Ryan? You say you don't want to harm my family, yet you're willing to work with people who are. So how can I trust you? Because I can make everything right. And what if you're wrong? What if you blow up the island with Narcinia inside and it sticks? What if the Metagang manages to kill you permanently? You speak of trust, but tell me only half the story. Oh? Then what happens if I ask about Lightning Ass's invulnerability? Will you tell me? Why would you need to know that if you don't intend to go after him? I'm not gonna sit idly by while a psycho plots my murder and who knows how many others. Ryan, so why should I trust you when you're hell-bent on keeping me in the dark? Because I don't want anyone to die, Ryan snarled, you included. Do you know what it is to be me, to have the power to save everyone? Every time that I save things, knowing they will stick, that if I leave someone dead when I could have protected them, it becomes on me? Do you know how easy it would be for me to say, fuck them, I don't care, and not turn back? I think you should go, Livia said. It's late, and people will ask questions. Yeah, they were done. Without further news, the courier grabbed his mask and moved to the door. Ryan. I don't care about the rest of the organization, but my father, my uncles, and my aunt died because of your schemes. I will destroy you. Same with Felix, Fortuna, and Narcinia. Fine. I have a list of my own. Len Sabino, the orphans under her care, my current team, Matthias Martel, Jamie, Kyung, Lanka, Narcinia, Jasmine, and my cat. If you touch any of them, you'll never see me coming. Livia sighed. It's not over. I will call you. Sure, whatever you say. As the clock struck midnight, Ryan drove the Fury to the harbor. Well, here we are, the time traveler said. You sure you don't want to go with me? I know you hate Dynamis, but they promised a condo with an unbeatable view. I know you think you need to overdose on antidepressants for them to work, but shorty, please follow the treatment. It's for your own good. Riri, why did you tell her so much? You can't take it back now. Why? Ryan could say he had no choice, that with Livia's powers it was better to be truthful and build a good relationship. He could say he wanted things to change, but it would have been a lie. An invisible psychopath trying to push his daughter into a situation she wasn't comfortable with and turning her into a target because they couldn't harm him directly? How could Len ask him why? Because I've seen it before. And it didn't end well the first time. Aw, that's so sweet! He sees Len in her! He's like, the last time it was like this, Len got hurt so bad, so he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna be honest with her, I'll protect her as best I can. Aw, that's so sweet! Ryan had decided to give it to Dynamis. The company spoiled its heroes rotten. Enrique had granted the courier a full penthouse, located on the Optimate's tower, 20th floor. Ryan slept in an apartment-sized bedroom with a plasma screen TV and an unbeatable, picturesque view of the city. It keeps fucking describing the fucking suite. I don't really give a shit. The courier had tested the waters and learned almost nothing was off table for him, from drugs to prostitutes, as long as none of his excesses made their way to the media. And the cherry on top was, the walls and windows were soundproof. Of course, there were cameras spying on him, but Ryan hacked them 5 minutes in. On the morning of May the 18th, the courier finished dressing in his new costume when he heard someone ring the bell. Somebody call security, the poors are at the gates, he declared. Seeing Wardrobe and Adam Cat waiting, I can't stand the stench of the middle class. Does your majesty want for cake for the morning breakfast? For once, Felix didn't wear his face mask, revealing his true face, and quite a handsome one at that. Hi, Ryan, Wardrobe said. Can we get in? We have a tight schedule today. Ryan lowered himself to get to the guests inside his lair, even if Adam Cat looked too much like a nouveau riche for his defined tastes. How is it that your place is bigger than mine? Wardrobe asked. Ryan's sofa was larger than most king-sized beds. I thought only pro-leaguers got a penthouse suite. I have special needs. I fall ill without 300 square meters to live in. I have a big one too, Felix said. I suppose Enrique wanted us to feel welcome. That, and to bribe them. Ryan hadn't gotten anything like this in his previous Dynamis run, probably because Enrique didn't feel the need to placate him. What did Greenhand say when you gave him the recording? He said thank you and sent us away. Disappointing, but not exactly surprising. Unfortunately, Ryan wasn't certain they had it with Psyshock still at large. Wait. Blackthorn probably needed more time to make a move against his patriarch. Unfortunately, Ryan wasn't sure they had it with Psyshock at large. On one hand, his demise had caused Adam to throw away all caution to the wind in an attempt to unlock the satellite. But Psyshock provided near limitless cannon fodder to throw at the bunker defenses, though Ryan and Len warned residents like Polly to escape. Ryan remembered that Vulcan's disastrous assault on Rusttown happened on the 12th, with Psyshock blasting everyone to Kingdom Come. It meant that even with Sci-Fi, the meta couldn't unlock the bunker's full power before that date. But after May 12th, this loop would enter uncharted territory. Though I saw Wyvern go into his office right after us, Adam Cat said, she looked rather pleased too. I want to hear all the hero gossip. You have found your gal, Wardrobe said. Do you know Blackthorn and Wyvern are an on-off item? No way! What about Vulcan? Ryan asked. I thought they had a passionate love-hate relationship too, but no. Devilry is into girls though, but Wyvern politely let her down when she made a pass. The stylist looked at the two boys. Are you two... I'm straight, Felix said, and not looking for anyone. I'm flexible, Ryan said, and available. I thought you were dating the Underdiver, Wardrobe asked. The romantic tension is palpable. It's complicated. I'm looking for something new. The truth was, when Ryan woke up, his drowsy mind was wondering why Jasmine wasn't with him. Ryan knew that he shouldn't have grown attached to a woman or lowered his guard, but the damage was done. He didn't want to forget Jasmine, not after she made him promise not to. But the courier only knew one way to numb his pain, to fill the void with distractions. Is that a Batman-Catwoman thing, where you two fight on different sides of the law but want to be together, but the world keeps you apart? Hey, Kitty, Ryan abruptly changed the subject. Something's been bothering me. Did anyone ask you how Lightning Ass's invulnerability works? You can't evade me forever, Ryan, Wardrobe said. Enrique already beat you to it, Felix said. No idea. He killed everyone who could possibly touch him. Do you have a list of them? Ryan asked. He could perhaps find the true nature of Mob Zeus's invulnerability, perhaps through the information gathered through previous loops. He wanted peace with Livia, but he had the feeling he might have to confront Lightning Ass at one point. I know a few, but the only person with a full list is Mercury. I thought that talking skull controlled gambling dens and money laundering, Ryan asked. Come to think of it, I wonder why they still launder money, even though there's no taxes. It's because Mercury's division is a submarine, Adam Cat replied. He can breathe underwater better than bugs? That's not funny, Ryan, Wardrobe said. As it turns out, Shorty's bubbles were an experimental technology and not that reliable. Mosquito's water prison ended up malfunctioning, perhaps due to his peculiar biology, and caused him brain damage. But what did Ryan expect? Commies never could make good products. True! Based! Fuck 'em. I don't know. I never tried to drown him, Felix mused. Augustus uses the laundered money to infiltrate European communities that oppose him. Mercury funnels dirty money into legitimate businesses, then take over companies, institutions, farms, etc. He even managed to infiltrate some Dynamis contractors, from what I hear. And, as I told Enrique, there was something wrong with Augustus. You mean besides the psychotic narcissism? He's been strangely lethargic in the past couple of years. Before, he tracked down foes himself to remind the masses that he's a psycho you don't want to mess with. But now, he lets Pluto do it for him. He hasn't left the villa in years. I asked Livia why, but she never answered. He's sick? Wardrobe asked. I don't know. He's supposed to be invulnerable. Maybe it's just age. Or depression. Ryan didn't think so. The courier must have annoyed Lightning Ass for 4 years with his time stop, but it literally took an orbital laser from the mob boss to get out of the house. The courier had seen the signs on the wall, the sick, sullen Mob Zeus face hidden beneath his halo. Something was wrong with him. Hey, look, Wardrobe said, pointing at the TV. They're talking about us. Ryan glanced at the screen as the news showed a recap of yesterday, the video showing Panda proudly bringing the psychos into custody. Wardrobe answering journalist questions while Adam Cat ignored them, and Enrique congratulating everyone. Truly, the headlines say it all, the menagerie, Il Miglior's newest golden children. The new hero team deals a heavy blow to psychos everywhere. Who is Quicksave? The menagerie, really? I should have just called myself Atom Smasher, Adam Cat said. Atom Smasher? From Cyberpunk? Felix, even marketing wouldn't let you use such a silly name. I heard rumors they want to pitch us as a team, young and hip. I will be the leader as the pro-senior hero, and you, my Padawans. Yuki, no, Ryan protested. You know what happens to mentor figures in hero stories. Please, don't be my Obi-Wan. I know. But think long term. I can stage my retirement with a Merlin costume, as you are inspired by my demise to become true heroes. Then I make a surprise comeback as Jesus. Anyway, time to go, Adam Cat said. We have to go to Dynamis HQ next door and meet with Dr. Tyranno. The elixir expert? Yeah, he wants to study our powers. The panda's already gone for a checkup. Then afterwards, we're going to appear in the stinger of Wyvern's Flight 2. Before we go, Yuki, I have something for you. A gift? I love gifts. I never have enough of them. What kind of gift? Let me tell you of its backstory first. I was about to go to bed wearing only my boxers when I was hit with a surge of inspiration. A wild, Dionysian spirit possessing my body and forced me to keep the bowler hat on. You should have kept your scarf, Wardrobe replied. I warned you. Yeah, but it's alright, because my muse inspired me to repay the debt I owe you who made this perfect costume. The media calls us the menagerie because we have an animal theme going. Timmy the panda, Felix the cat, I have a rabbit plushie. I figured that even if you can turn into an animal mascot, you should have something. I remembered you had some scandalous magazines in your office, and it clicked. Ryan presented his newest creation, a homemade costume. His marvelous creation inspired by his very own rabbit plushie. In short, a Playboy bunny costume. A Puff Puff costume? How did you know I want one? Wait, Yuki, you like that? Felix asked. I love kinky costumes. I just never get to wear them. Of course you don't. It's indecent. But it's made of velvet, Yuki said. And the ears, they're real fur. Mink? I always keep mink fur in my car. You never know when you're going to have a clothing emergency. There are wild minks in Italy? There were, Ryan said. I wanted to make a Dragon Ball costume, but then I remembered you couldn't use anything copyrighted. Ryan, you're adorable, and I love it. No way Dynamis will let you wear that in public, though, Felix said. Wyvern wears a leotard just fine. Yes, but it isn't a Playboy bunny costume. Oh yes, I forget. Wait, I know a way to market it, Ryan said. Yuki, you are transitioning from a Little League pre to a pro circuit, leaving the innocence of a child behind for the grim and gritty reality. A Dark Age face, Wardrobe muttered. And then when I become too grim and controversial, I emerge from the darkness with something classy and elegant. A seamless transition from a kid's mascot to an adult icon. You know what? I don't think I'm comfortable wearing this in public yet, but I will totally wear it. Thank you, Ryan. You really shouldn't have. Wardrobe, there are beautiful things in this world, and you are one of them. When I joined, they asked me to wear synthetic fibers. Synthetic! It's okay, Yuki. I know, Ryan said, hugging Wardrobe. Cry on my cashmere suit. Do you feel the softness? Does it make you feel better? Adam Cat watching the scene without a word, and when Ryan felt attacked, Hey kitten, stop judging us. Please don't reproduce, Felix said. In the previous loop, Ryan had talked with Vulcan about Lab 66, the birthplace of knockoff elixirs. She particularly disliked the genius behind the operation, Dr. Tyranno. But as it turns out, Dynamis afforded their head scientist Honcho 2 floors for his experiments. And the group had an appointment at Lab 65. Even there, security was tight, automated cameras monitoring everything from the entrance to the parking lot. One needed key cards to access each floor individually, so no thief could access everything even if they had stolen the necessary key. Even Ryan had a hard time sneaking in Even Ryan would have a hard time sneaking in undetected. When they passed through the blast door leading to Lab 65, the time traveler expected to enter some kind of dimly lit mad scientist lair. He was kind of disappointed. While the lab included the mainstay features like liquid-filled tanks containing what appeared to be dinosaur embryos, it was well lit and clean. Sifu, save me, the naked panda said as he retreated to a corner of the lab. He wants to cut me open. I only need a lung, the humanoid dinosaur said. Stop struggling or I will have to use anesthesia. You are not vivisecting the panda. Ryan froze time and disarmed the dinosaur. He's the last of his kind. Yeah, back off, Doc, Felix warned. Oh, hi, Mr. Tyranno, Wardrobe waved. Oh, Yuki, hi. You, from your powers, I assume you are Cesare Sabino? How do you know that? Sabino? Isn't that the Underdiver's family name? No way, We're not blood related, Ryan said quickly. Don't you dare write fanfics about us. What? Really? You're disappointed? What a shame. I would have loved to compare samples from various genome relatives. It is a rare opportunity. Wait, you took Len's DNA? Ryan asked. The private security takes DNA of everyone in their custody. Doesn't matter. I will still need a sample all the same. I wouldn't recommend it. The courier loved attention, except when it involved being carved open. I'm a drug addict. I'm a drug so addictive you won't be able to get enough of me. You have green power in addition to your violet one? Dr. Tyranno asked. Then I will need your blood or hair. Those semen can work too. What? Quick save. You didn't do a DNA test when you joined? No, it's against my religion. You should reconsider, Dr. Tyranno said. Violets are the second rarest power in circulation after whites. Yeah, no. What is this? The courier patted his sidekick on the shoulder before looking at the Dino Man's strange pet. It's Tricidor, one of my creations. Half Labrador, half Triceratops. So it's like a platypus of dinosaurs? Can you make a dino cat? I tried to splice a Persian cat and a velociraptor, but it died. But I, Dr. Tyranno, swear that each household shall have its own dinosaur one day. And I would have already done so if management didn't goddamn pester me about the T-Rex hunting safari. Wait, they want to create a reserve where rich people hunt dinosaurs? Ridiculous, right? For a moment, I forget we live in a world where everything is for sale. Truer words. Ryan immediately forgave the doctor. Someone wanting to make dinosaurs pets couldn't possibly be a bad person. Felix, don't blame Dr. Tyranno. He's a misunderstood genius, Wardrobe declared. He's the one who made me my costume. A techno-organic symbiote capable of mimicking the shape of pre-recorded costumes. Anyway, since you are new, I want to test your powers in a controlled environment. See if there are potential interactions, record the energy readings and such. By dissecting a teammate, Felix mused. He fully regenerates whenever he switches from one form to another. Even Wyvern needs time to heal naturally, but not this werebear. With his ability, we could have infinite organs. The panda was once abducted like this. They thought they could make aphrodisiac from his blood. The panda had to flee. Now I have to figure out where the extra organic material comes from by studying the transformation, Dr. Tyranno said. Well, there isn't much to check, Ryan said. I can stop time. My Padawan can shapeshift, and my cat can blow up pebbles. You can stop time and there's nothing interesting about that? About the pebbles part. After our last battle, I realized I can modulate my explosions. By now, Felix ignored Ryan's cat jokes. Charged weapons delay the blast by a few seconds and then destroy them. As I thought, you probably charged solid matter with a unique form of energy, causing it to detonate. Red flux? Ryan flinched as Dr. Tyranno's head snapped in his direction. How do you know that? Well, I've been studying powers with my last genome girlfriend. We kind of figured out genome powers come from an alternate dimension, one for each color. Fascinating. I came to the same conclusion, but to have them confirmed by an outside researcher. That's not so funny when you're the victim instead of the perpetrator, huh? Adam Cat mocked the time traveler. So you suggest the Werebear's extra organs come from alien green dimensions made of organic matter? I would be delighted to pick your brain open and compare notes. I do have a question of my own, Ryan said actually. Aren't you a blue rather than a green? I'm a genius, specializing in cloning, splicing, and gene technology. My current appearance is a result of experimental transformation serum. But why? What was the fucking point? Because I wanted to turn myself into a dinosaur, the genius replied. Oh god, you're a furry. We'll never be friends. You need fur to be furry. It's in the name. What's a furry? Panda asked. Your innocence must be protected, my young Padawan. Hey, I'm not the one judging your appearance, Dr. Torano said. But seriously, it all makes sense now. I always wondered how you managed to make knockoffs at all. But your powers should give you a heads up. I could make elixirs. Not truly. What I did was synthesize a specific resource that mimicked the properties of an elixir. It's shoddy at best. It took years to create the Hercules serum from Wyvern, and even then I could only replicate a small subset of her powers. And you never managed to copy mine, Wardrobe mused. Because besides the usual genome health enhancements, your elixir didn't change much about your genetic code. The mechanics allow you to channel multiple abilities transcend the sphere of flesh. I believe the elixir mostly serves as an intermediary between the genomes and the dimension, providing esoteric powers, Ryan said. They also support their host by subtly guiding them with their ability, or in the case of psychos, pushing them to consume more elixirs. Excuse me, but hosts guiding? You sound as if elixirs are alive. Oh, they are, Ryan replied. Sort of. They're closer to viruses. Except they don't use RNA or DNA, the doctor said. They manipulate ours. Sorry, you're losing me. They're like aliens who don't work the same way life does on Earth, Ryan said. We don't understand how elixirs carry information, but they understand and manipulate how our bodies do. Enough to modify humans and ignore animals. Exactly, the doctor shouted. After being used, the alchemist's elixirs bond to a Homo sapiens cell on a molecular level, rewriting the DNA to make the host a unique vessel of power. No powers are the same, though there may be variants. Unfortunately, when you have more than one, even if the same color, they start to conflict, Ryan said. They edit the same gene. Think of it as two writers fighting over a script. They keep rewriting the other's work until the sentences don't make any sense, and you can only have two at the most. After which, the original two cannibalize the newcomers. They repurpose new elixir injections towards stabilizing the unstable genetic code, but only for a while before they start fighting again. What about Mongrel? He can use more than two abilities when I fought him, Alex asked. I can answer that question. From the samples gathered from our custody, I can attest that this psycho consumed an alchemist-made white elixir, made of almost all knockoff available on the open market. So he's a white with the power to have more than two powers? That's cheating! I don't like that at all, Bullseye. Instead of cannibalizing newcomers, the original elixir seems to force them to play along like a referee. It allows his body to channel more than one ability, but doesn't protect him from the conflicts, mutations, and addictions. The substances don't destroy each other, but they still conflict. I know, Bullseye. Do you think the psycho condition can be cured? Ryan asked the psycho. Ryan asked Mr. Dr. Trano. Of course it can. Nothing is impossible. Yeah, Augustus has two powers without any side effects. Could the panda get two powers? One for each form? Possibly, though unlikely, the doctor said. We can always try, but you need to sign a discharge first. Ryan slapped the panda. Sifu, what was that for? Your real power is here, you arrogant disciple, pointing at his heart. Do not be greedy, you have the greatest power of them all. Yeah, you're right. I should master it first before thinking of more. There are rare cases of individuals with two powers and no side effects. Augustus, the most famous, but not the only one. Either these lucky few have a gene mutation, or their elixirs modify different parts of their DNA without conflicting. Since, unlike psychos, Augustus' powers don't form an obvious synergy. They coexist independently. I think I get it. You have two creators, but instead of fighting, they design different parts of the ensemble. And if an equilibrium is possible, then in theory it can be replicated. Imagine giving two powers to every genome with no side effects. I could become a blue-green and maintain this form permanently. But you still need to figure out the reason why there's an equilibrium at all. All your points are mere hypothesis. For all you know, it depends on the elixir rather than anything innate in the host. Yeah. And unfortunately, the few individuals with two powers in Italy refuse to cooperate. In any case, we do not yet understand elixirs enough to cure the psycho condition yet. But if Mecron understood enough about powers to enhance and reverse engineer them, why can't we? Ryan's thoughts turned to the bunker below Rusttown and his last visit there. The courier room entered the room with animals kept in elixir-colored liquids. And Big Fat Adam said the armory included knockoff prediction facilities, perhaps even a cure for power degeneration. He really needed to explore that place after purging the meta. I would love to exchange notes on the elixirs, and especially your brain copycat project. Does everyone know of it nowadays? I'm afraid you need level 5 clearance before I can even talk about it. The CEO gave me an earful about security yesterday. Well, my scaled friend, how can I gain one such clearance and build a strong sense of science-hood between us? I will petition management, but the process usually takes months, the doctor said. Anyway, talking is a waste of time, and I have a busy schedule. Go to the testing chambers and strip. You're all over 18, right? My lawyer is very adamant about that part. This doctor is fucking cooked. What the fuck? Alright guys, we're gonna call it today. Just a short stream. I'm so tired. And it seems I was actually wrong. This is not a better time at all. So from tomorrow, I think we'll be back to our regular 8:30 time. Ah, man. Yeah, short stream bug. Alright, thanks everyone. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Bye guys. It's a better time for some, but not for many. Yeah, exactly.